Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me. Yeah, it's still me. I think it's me. Anyway, Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. I'm a little confused, it seems here. Who couldn't be in this kind of an environment? We heard from the Fed today. We got some really fantastic, how about no, economic news today. And risk in this market is it's bothering me a little bit, although it really shouldn't, because it's just a matter of time before this entire thing gets real. But again, it's the system. It's getting propped up. It's going to be propped up, at least in my opinion, through or at least until the presidential selection. I'm getting so many questions about that today. Oh, Greg, you think Biden is winning? No, nobody is winning anything. It's a selection. Hello. And yes, every freaking thing that you want to look at, the freak is going to be the freak again. It's and it doesn't matter anyway. No one's saving nobody, just in case you were wondering. But that's really the situation here. So, with regard to the market, risk is weighing on this market. Clearly, the major averages fell under some pressure today. Not a lot. Gold and silver took a hit. Cryptocurrencies under some pressure. Crude oil took a hit today. You got the dollar stronger on a relative strength basis today. Still the prettiest bell at the ball. Oh, yeah. And the 10-year yield isn't doing too much. Now, this is where we ended the day with regard to the MMRI and risk. And you can see clearly, people, we're right on that line. I mean, I'm just waiting to see what happens right there. You see that right there? I'm waiting to see what happens. If this starts to creep higher, this number is going up, market's going down. Okay, that's just the way it's going to play out. And you can follow this all in real time for free. Link in the description of this video. I hope you are paying attention. I know Mitch is. Thank you. Anyway, so that's the story with regard to this. Now, on the economic front, I want to cover something else real quick. I took a lot of heat earlier. I had said, let me put this into a perspective for you. There's a lot of people who believe that what creature Bidenstein is doing is a really, really good thing. And that is, forgiving student debt. There's no forgiveness. Okay, let's just forget that word. All right. Again, many of you have delusions, those of you that believe it's a good thing what Biden is doing here. Vomitous mass Biden creature. It's not a good thing. It's a lose-lose situation. Okay, for those of you that don't know how it works, let me just cover it again real quick so you don't know. Then the moment that this is forgiven, okay, the student loan stuff, I understand it's a predatory environment. I am not saying that it is not a predatory environment. The whole freaking environment is predatory. It has nothing to do with the facts. The facts are this is how it works, okay? You don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. Okay. They hope you don't do that. Biden doesn't want you to do that. Nobody wants you to do it, but this is how it works. Immediately, whatever is forgiven is put onto the national debt. You owe it. That's number one. And worse off, probably, because the debt's going to explode anyway, is it devalues the degree itself. The people who are now getting all this free stuff, nothing's for free. There's no free lunches here. Okay, for the rest of their life are guaranteed to earn less cash. And this is just going to manifest itself as time goes on. Sure, on paper it looks good. Oh, I'm getting out of debt. No, you're not getting out. You still owe it, although we all owe it. And then, of course, you're devaluing your degree, which means you will earn less money, cash, for the rest of your freaking life. V-Dog knows what I'm talking about. So it's a lose-lose situation here. Period to freaking end. You want to move to a socialistic, communistic, feudal system, which we're getting here anyway. Well, then do that. But there's no free lunches. I'm sorry. And the system is already bankrupt and the system is cracking. Now let's talk about this. So home affordability hit yet again a new all-time record low. This is part of the neo-feudal system. This is what you and I have been talking about for the longest time. This is how it's going here. It's not going to stop. Now, I love this. I love how they do this. I want to show you a few things. CNBC, home sales slipped unexpectedly. Nobody saw this one coming. Everyone thought that we are going to just wake up tomorrow and we're going to be in some kind of a utopian society. Maybe everyone's going to get a free house too. They're getting free educations. Why not a free house next? Yeah, we're definitely moving into some kind of a new system. You all know that, dependency on the system. And that's what this is really all about. But it was completely unexpected, except you and me, because we keep telling each other, and we know this for a fact, how bad it's going to get. Anyway, so that's one headline. And here we go. U.S. home sales post second straight monthly drop while housing prices continue to accelerate. Imagine my shock there. Barron's now. Oh, home sales stalled, but prices keep climbing. Oh, really? How about this one? This is Target. Target shares crater as consumers are buying fewer groceries. They're starving us, people. Okay. And other goods as well. And you wonder if we're in recession. No, we're in depression and we're getting a lot worse. For those people now who we're seeing homelessness explode, as you all know, we covered yesterday. We haven't seen anything like this. As a matter of fact, I missed this yesterday. The pace at which homelessness is exploding is the highest ever in history. We've never seen anything like that either. And there's a moonshot here with regard to homelessness, with regard to people who can't make ends meet, with regard to people who are going hungry, children as well. Now, here's another situation. So we heard from the Fed today, and they have a few things that they want you to know. First of all, Federal Reserve minutes indicate worries. They're very worried about progress on inflation. You see, no, they're not. What I want to know is when someone out here, someone with a bigger voice than Greg Mannarino, is going to start to tell people the truth here. Maybe Donald Trump, a lot of you think he's the savior. Maybe he'll do it. Or maybe Bidenstein. Oh, no, he doesn't even know his own name. He has to be told what his name is every morning when he gets up. When is someone going to tell you that the Fed is continuing to inflate here, besides me, on a massive scale? All the borrowing, all the debts, all the deficits. Who's making up the difference here? The funding for war. The fact that at least at $1 billion per day, the Fed is inflating the money supply. We're not supposed to know any of that. What was that number since February? It was epic, almost $500 billion since the end of February. It's just mind-boggling. Now here, so the Federal Reserve is trying to make excuses as to what's going on here. Thank you. Sachin? I am so bad. Oh, man. I can't even say my own name. Maybe I'm turning into freaking Biden over there. Anyway, the Fed's making excuses as to what's happening here with regard to why inflation isn't coming down, why it is still rising. But then you got the same situation here. If you're flipping through Bloomberg and Fox Business, CNBC, they're playing this up as if inflation is dropping. It is not dropping. It's not cooling. They like the word cooling, sticky and cooling, because they're very ambiguous. It's sticky. Oh, it's cooling. What does that mean? The bottom line is inflation continues to rise. Inflation is going to continue to rise. And the fact is the Fed isn't worried about anything. Maybe lack of progress means they're not seeing enough of it, because we know what their goal is. The goal of every central bank is the same: to inflate. That's how they extort, like extortion, their will and power on every single one of us, okay, by managing the money, the cash. Okay, we don't even have real money anymore. You all know that this fiat monetary system is all fake. So mote it be, so let it be system. So it works, it functions only because people believe it's going to. People believe that pieces of paper with numbers printed on them is real money. It ain't real money. You want to see real money? There's real money. Okay, period, the freaking end. But they're concerned because, again, they're not done. And with regard to inflation, with regard to the system coming apart, with regard to people struggling, it's in the design of the system. You all know that. Every single thing that we're seeing, this is not a comedy of errors. This is not by accident that we're here. This is 100% by design. Do you really believe that home affordability just right now happens to be at an all-time low? That's just an accident that happened. No one saw that one coming. Well, actually, some people didn't see it coming. It was unexpected. No, at least CNBC didn't see it coming. Of course they know. Because look, the commentators, they're imbeciles of the highest possible order. Mitch knows what I'm talking about. Thanks again. They just read a script. They read. It's just supposed to say. It's crazy. It's freaking nuts. And anyway, yes, believe me, I understand about the system being predatory, including, of course, student loans and all that stuff. But I'm just trying to explain to you what the facts are. The facts are there's no free lunch. It may seem free for you, for those of you that are having your student loan debt forgiven, for which now we all owe. But of course, you've now guaranteed that your degree will earn you less for your entire lifetime. So you're going to pay for it that way anyway. But it looks good on paper. Certainly does. You know, it's astonishing how many things actually appear good on paper. Everyone wants that instant fix. I want that fix. I want it now. And then they pay the price for it later, unfortunately. But that's the way it is. All right, people. What else you guys and girls want to talk about? Are we going to change the damn thing? No freaking way. We're on target. We're doing what we know we should be doing here. More so than ever here. I don't know another way to put it. I'm going to tell you again. It's commodities where you need to be. Gold and silver, platinum, palladium. You don't want to hold it in your hand. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. That's my favorite way, as you know. But you can do this doing the exchange traded fund. I still think for now, we need to continue to be long the market because I don't think they're done keeping rates suppressed. Let's see what they do. If they start jawboning, the market's not going to like this. If we see the MMRI tomorrow, 290, 291, 292, 300, where do you think this market's going to go? We've seen it before. It's going to fall under pressure. That's the last thing I think that the Federal Reserve wants to see right now during the presidential selection, because the current thing behind the Resolute desk is doing everything that you would expect someone working against you to do. Continue to inflate the debt, devalue the currency, of course, create cash out of thin air and send it wherever you got to. It makes the Fed more powerful. The Fed is the government. The Fed runs the economy. They run the financial system, the financial markets. This is not the figurehead there. That's just a thing for people to I don't know, believe in, as if there's some kind of real power there. I'm sorry to let you in on a big secret, but it just ain't true. All right, people, anything you guys and girls want to cover specifically before we go here? Greg reads a script every day on the live streams. You think so, Goulstein? Maybe that's you in Fantasyland. I don't think so. Right, Joe? Joe Potter knows I'm talking about. Lava, Mika. Where's Magic Mika? I know Lord Humongous ain't here. Cynthia, I know I'm going to get Coco out here. I keep forgetting to bring him out here. I will, I promise. I'm going to get him out. Gio Ryder knows what I'm talking about. All right, people. Mommy, man, don't do that to me. Why do you do that? You people know I can't stand that. I can't think about it. I can't hear about it. My blood pressure starts to go up and everything else. Utilities, it's actually a good question, Greg. See, people, what are they going to do? Eventually going to have to go without it. As society begins to decay even further, but probably a good bet right now. Most people are not going to give up the utilities right now until they're forced to, and that's unfortunately some people are going to be right now. It appears 71% of you on that. I ran a survey. 71% of you people that follow this blog that answered that survey had a problem saying that your life has actually changed because of inflation. And I'm telling you, it ain't going to get any better. It's going to get much, much worse. Mummy Stein Omics. I like that one. That's a good one too. Economy. It's a con job. The whole thing is predatory. The whole thing is a con job, and we are losing. We are losing as the 1 and 2%ers are laughing. The Fed's laughing at us. You really think they're concerned about inflation, knowing that their goal is to inflate? That's how a central bank gains more power. It's an incredible thing. It really is. And who I don't know what else to say about this, people. All right, you and I, we're gonna part ways for a little bit, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna see each other tomorrow. We're gonna see each other tomorrow in the morning as usual. So with that said, people, I want to thank you for being here, for your friendship, for helping me calm down. I got a lot of feedback yesterday, Greg, about my emotional state. I grant it. I got really fired up over that, how the market is hitting record highs as people are starving. It's an incredible thing. It just bothers me. Imagine what it'd be like if you couldn't feed your family, you couldn't feed yourself, couldn't feed yourself, your family, your kids. That's how it's going to play out again because they want to create pandemonium, homelessness, and people are going to crack, and that's what they're trying to do: push people to a point where they crack, and then crime, obviously crime with along with homelessness and people who are hungry is going to start increasing. Then they can extort, I love that word, more control over all of us. They're waiting for a violent protest. They're setting it up. All the pieces are in place for that. And then comes the police state, whatever they want to do to us. It's yeah, I did have a Silente moment yesterday. It's crazy. And Gerald gets bent out of shape too because he cares. The stuff, I know Gerald on a personal level. We talk all the time. He cares, and that's why he freaks out. And that's why I freak out too, because I hate to hear that. I want people to be happy. Okay. And if that means we got to turn the tables on those that are trying to destroy us, then that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what we've been doing. You understand? Anyway, all right, people. Look, this guy here loves you, laughing real hard. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for those thumbs up. Let's see if we can improve on that, people. I really appreciate that. Let the algorithms pick up the videos. Now, with that said, people, we are going to part ways just for a few hours till tomorrow morning, okay? Until that time, till we see each other again, what are you going to do? You're going to take care of yourselves and each other, please, all right? See you in the morning.